Well, would you look at that? It's looking like some new reports are coming out directly from Sony when it involves their games and all of their games as a service they're trying to bring out in the next 2 years. A lot of things are starting to come into light, and that includes Xbox maybe putting Sony in trouble when it comes to games as a service or games they want to build for the future. Let's get into everything that is being said because Sony's looking to cut some games out, bring some games out, and Xbox is looking like they're just going to be expanding beyond anything we've seen. And could that hurt Sony? Let's get into everything being said because there's a lot to talk about. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra amount of support to the channel, hit that join button. All the support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so you know what's going on right now. Sony Interactive Entertainment, or Sony's PlayStation, have been kind of going through some rough patches. We've seen Bungie get people cut off from their team, we've seen a lot of layoffs, and there's been rumors of bankruptcy happening at PlayStation. And I'm not going to report on those because I think it's a lot of rumors and I want to wait till something's official. But when you look at everything that's been building up and all the games that are being canceled and everything that's happening over at PlayStation, it's easy to see that there is some struggles, especially when you look at all the leadership changes and everything happening. All the while, Xbox seems to be hitting their stride. They have the ABK deal locked down, they're bringing out games, they're talking about the future, they're putting a roadmap in front of us. 2024 is looking insane as a games lineup. And honestly, it's looking like Xbox did the right decision by pushing away from just staying on one platform or one console. They have expanded everywhere, which Sony seemed to be struggling. And that includes bringing out games or delaying games that might be coming in the pipeline. Let's get into what the article has to say. Sony Interactive Entertainment has halved the number of live service games it plans to release over the next few years. It's confirmed. Sony Interactive Entertainment had previously said it planned to have 12 live service titles in the market by its fiscal year ending in March 2026, up from 3 during its last business year, ended this March. However, earlier this year, PlayStation's management team confirmed that it had partnered with Destiny studio Bungie for a rigorous portfolio review process. According to press reports, this had led to some projects being scaled back. During an earnings call on Thursday, Sony president, COO, and CFO Hiroki Totoki seemingly confirmed that this review had resulted in some games being pushed back due to quality concerns. We are reviewing this. We are trying as much as possible to ensure these games are enjoyed and liked by gamers for a long time, he said. Of the 12 titles, 6 titles will be released by fiscal year 2025. That's our current plan. As for the remaining 6 titles, we are still working on that. All right. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say is that, hey, this is just change in management. Things are going to change, and at least they're still bringing games out. But I've always said that putting your games or your studios that collect and create single-player, story-driven games is going to be very hard for them to stop that and start making games as a service games because they are completely different monsters. And honestly, I think Xbox getting ABK, getting Bethesda, and getting a lot of these studios and making deals with a lot of studios is starting to hurt PlayStation. Because I have this wild theory that a lot of Sony's first-party games or, signed deals that they have was a lot of third-party studios bringing out multiplayer games or marketing deals. One of the big reasons the PS4 generation was so dominant is because it looked like Sony had the exclusive rights to Destiny, and they had exclusive strikes, and they had stuff from Call of Duty. They had a lot of exclusive things from third-party multiplayer games, which seems to be flying out the window because Xbox owns Call of Duty and a lot of the biggest multiplayer games you see out there, including Overwatch and all these other ones like Warzone. So all these things are starting to shift into Sony's negative because Sony's not able to sign deals with them, not to mention it's hurting them because they've cultivated their studios to just make single-player, over-the-shoulder, third-person action-adventure games, which people love, but it doesn't generate a lot of revenue. And that's something that Holst brings up right here. Speaking earlier this year, PlayStation Studios boss Herman Holst described how Bungie had become involved in all its in-development live service games. The learnings for Bungie have been very substantial in many areas, Holst said. Of course, when you're developing live service titles, you require capabilities that you don't have when you're working on single-player narrative-driven games. And these capabilities that we've set up inside PlayStation Studios have been helped and guided by Bungie. We also more deeply understand what success means in live services. Historically, our games always work towards an end, and that is a large cultural shift. The launch of a game is just the beginning, and it comes with a whole set of different key performance indicators. I have to say that I wholeheartedly agree with this, that making a game that should be lasting 10 years is a lot different than making a game for 4 years, bringing it out, and that's it. You support it, you fix the bugs, and that's pretty much it. It has an end date, and you move on. There's not battle passes, there's not all this other stuff that keeps people engaged. That's something that Xbox, I feel, has specialized in. Things like Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Grounded, all of their games that they bring out, like Gears of War, Halo, have long-lasting communities that stay there for several years playing the game continuously. That's what they do. Even Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon have multiplayer aspects on there that keep people coming back. That's what Xbox has done. And when you look at them getting Bethesda, and especially ABK, they have that whole thing locked down. Diablo just dropped a whole new season. World of Warcraft's dropping expansions like crazy. Overwatch has their own seasons. Call of Duty has battle passes plus Warzone and BRs. It is over when it comes to that side of the field because Xbox dominates it. And I feel like it's really hurt PlayStation when they try to get these games or try to sign some deals that help them find that little niche that they need, which is multiplayer games. Are they good at single player games? Of course they are. They're some of the best in the world at it, but they aren't making money in return. Sure, they're selling a lot of copies and that's great, but it's one lump sum and then that's it. It moves on. That's why they're trying to cultivate Bungie into creating more talent across their studios. Now, this article is a little older, but the reports aren't. What's happening over there with the leadership at Sony is starting to shift into something we haven't seen before. I don't know if they're still going down this path where they want to bring out live service games. All I know is that Xbox is cutting their legs out from under them everywhere they go. They can't sign deals with Call of Duty, can't sign deals with Overwatch, can't sign deals with everyone at Bethesda anymore like they did for several years, and they can't get third-party multiplayer deals unless they go to 2K, GTA, someone else, because Xbox is going out everywhere and getting signatures and getting people to sign with them so they can have their games be on Game Pass or everywhere, because it's not just the console anymore. Xbox will never be the console anymore. They are going to be like, hey, we have the console, we have the PC, we have the cloud. You can come here, sign a deal with us as a third party, and then bam, you get all of these new people joining your platform. While PlayStation, while they have the numbers of consoles being sold, a lot of those people do only play games like Madden, FIFA, Call of Duty, which is owned by Xbox. Do you see what I'm saying here? Sony needs to adjust what they're doing, because for a very long time, a lot of experts have said that they need the software to start making money on the hardware. What that means is if you're going to sell a lot of PlayStation 5s, that's great. It's going to boost your numbers, going to boost your platform, but it's not going to give you consistent revenue. It's a one-time buy on the hardware. You want people subscribed to PlayStation. You want people to get more transactions and microtransactions and battle passes through your platform to make you more money. That's where it's going to be. Now, I will say as a positive, Sony has a lot of people on their platform, so the 30% they're gaining every time a game is sold on there is massive for them. But it's not enough when you look at the sustainability that Sean Layden and other people formerly at PlayStation have said. They've said this. Sean Layden has said that making these big blockbuster games, if it misses, it hurts even more. They can't do it because it's going to cost them too much money that they're never going to get back. That's why they need the games as a service. That's why they need a banger at multiplayer like Xbox has, which Xbox has countless of them. They have so many multiplayer games that people love and play and buy battle passes for that it's kind of an embarrassment of riches over there on Xbox. Yet Sony is still trying to find one outside of Destiny that is going to do that for them. And even then, Destiny seems to be on the downturn and they want to start developing something different over there like Marathon, which Bungie is heading. Let's see what this all does, because I think it's going to be a crazy thing to see in the near future or in the next several years of what Sony's going to do getting multiplayer games and what Xbox is going to do by pushing ABK, pushing Xbox Studios and pushing Bethesda to bring out games that just gets people to go on their platform. Let me know what you think about this, though. Do you think that Sony's going to be able to bring out a multiplayer game or one of these games as a service and actually hit a home run with it? Can they start competing with games like Apex Legends or even Riot Games? Which, by the way, Riot Games signed a deal with Xbox to bring it to Xbox PC if you're a Game Pass member, so you can play League of Legends and Valorant and all their games. It's insane the amount of value that Xbox is doing and cutting Sony off at the road, signing these deals with third-party studios. Do you think Sony can outlast them, or do you think they're going to get lucky with a big game as a service that they're developing right now? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing a lot of games, and I'm talking about a lot of these games that we've been talking about, which is multiplayer games. I've been playing World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, Valorant, Fortnite, you name it. I've kind of just been playing it. I've been enjoying a lot of these multiplayer games, getting through the battle passes. I just finished the battle pass for Fortnite. I'm debating on buying the battle pass for Valorant because I'm just really enjoying the game and I want to kind of support the developer by buying it. I've never put any money into League of Legends or Valorant, so Riot Games, you guys are killing it. And not to mention, WoW is just killing it, man. I love World of Warcraft. My Death Knight is finally 70. I'm doing all the endgame stuff, doing dungeons, having a lot of fun. Going to be doing Raid Finder, trying to get better gear items so I can go up and do higher level things. I'm just having a blast with WoW, and I got to say that it's probably at the best it's been in several years, and I'm just enjoying it. Not to mention Diablo is fun too. The new season with the vampires is pretty cool. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your PC, your Xbox, your PlayStation, or are you on your Switch? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for, is to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.